Hello, I'm Dan Gramza, coming to you from the San Francisco Money Show. And I have Felix here with me today to talk about Felix Frey from Options Geek, to talk about what's happening, his background. I'm really curious, Felix. I know you've done a lot of things in the options world. Would you give us part of your journey that got you to where you are right now?
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I graduated in 1995, went to the Wharton School, landed in Chicago. Chicago, Illinois. I was working for Swiss Bank O'Connor.
Oh, sure.
And O'Connor, the big options guys, they're the best of the best.
They were
the best of the best. Yes.
That's true. They had a very good reputation on the street.
Reputation of two things: making money with options and having the best options training program.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, so I learned from the best. I wound up coming back to New York, where I'm located. Coming back to New York, I started working for Bank of America, and that's really where my career took off. That's where I was face to face against the biggest guys in the world. When you're on Wall Street and you're young and you're trying to make your mark, being put in that seat, if you want it, there's no better place to be.
No, that's very true. And one thing about it, you're either going to sink or you're going to swim.
That's right.
That environment is lethal.
That's right.
Can be lethal.
That's right.
Which we both know.
I was lucky enough to be part of a very good team, quality team, led by a great manager who gave me at 26, 27 a lot of rope to succeed or fail. I took the challenge. I did very well. And it was an experience that I'm trying to translate now for the average investor.
Felix, at what point in this journey that you've had do you feel the light bulb went off? Is there anything particular you can think about that really pulled the pieces together for you to get you to this spot?
Absolutely. I had one question from the first week I entered Wall Street at the O'Connor program, and that question was simply, I would raise my hand and say, which one do I choose? Which option do I choose? Little did I know that was the toughest options question around. And I didn't get an answer for 16 years. And on the 16th year, at a poker table in Atlantic City, just playing around during the summer, a guy asked me what I did. I told him I traded options. And he asked me to explain a little bit, and I said, options are just a probability game. And that was the moment. That was the moment where I figured out how to answer that question. That was the moment I put together my whole career, talking day to day with the best guys in the world who know the answer, yet sitting there in a room with a lot of people that really didn't understand. That was that moment. And so that's the translation that I'm making in Options Geek.
Got it. So then tell me what you're trying to do there at that website. What is the focus? How do you guide people through that?
Sure. What I've done is I divided the website into three parts: education, a tool, a simple tool, and trading ideas. Okay, so I want to give people new ideas, new concepts. So I use new concepts incorporating mathematical edge into options. I try to avoid the Greeks, and I avoid implied volatility, which by itself is an incredible statement. So I'm teaching people how to use options, and then to bring it to life, to bring the concept to life, because education is just education, and this is good education, but I wanted to bring it to life, to make it practical. And so what I've done is I created a new options chain. Everyone, whether you're a beginner or expert, ends up at an options chain. And that is the number one spot where people get confused. That's where you ask the question, which option do I buy?
Exactly.
And I created what I call the holy grail of options. I give you the options chain, I take out all the analysis needed, I take out all the guesswork, and I give people the answers they need to trade options the way the top guys in the world.
So then is the idea, Felix, that I could take a platform from a broker or whoever it is, and out of that platform, that option chain, I now know what to extract to make that trading decision.
That's right. So the idea ultimately is to change the options board, to change the options chain, and to have any one of the brokerages. We're just a platform, educational platform that also gives trading ideas. And the idea is ultimately to have everyone use that option chain, because that option chain is going to allow everyone to figure out which one they should be buying, and to think. I've built this machine to think like the top guys in the world.
That's terrific. Well, it's great you were able to take your experience and
right.
transfer. Not everybody can do that. They may have the experience, but
The translation
translate it is tricky.
It took me 2 years just the translation.
That I can believe.
Even when I knew the answer, it took me 2 years.
Well, it's a journey. But one thing about it, though, Felix, when you get to that spot, your confidence level goes up magnitudes.
That's right.
And talking about confidence, what would you suggest for someone just contemplating options?
Sure.
I mean, does your approach, would that be helpful for them, or would that be too advanced?
100%. No, remember,
what you see happening.
Yeah, I am trying to get the 40 million active investors across this bridge, if you will, to become an options user, or at least to understand them, to have the option, no pun intended, to be able to use stock or options, right? They should have that understanding. And I've built this tool to take away all the options analysis. Why do people jump on YouTube or all the education out there to try to learn? They're trying to understand how to analyze an option, how to buy a cheap option or sell an expensive option. I basically built this tool to remove all that analysis. All it needs is your input. Where do you think the stock is going? How much time do you need? And some level of confidence.
That sounds like a winning combo.
Yeah.
That's great. It's wonderful that you're providing that kind of information to provide guidance for someone.
Well, I appreciate that.
But
it's made for beginners and experts at all different levels, and I'm trying to draw that person who's a stock person, a stock investor, and who's thinking about options, and I'm trying to get them to answer the two questions: when do I use options, and which one do I choose?
Well, I think that's a winning combo.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for watching. For San Francisco Money Show, I'm Dan Gramza.
And I'm Felix Frey. You can reach me at optionsgeek.com or at my email, felix@optionsgeek.com.